everybody, welcome to Speak to Tisha. Today I am going to change it up a bit. We have the wonderful Kenny Wilkerson.
Hey, what's up?
Nova Rex, bass player, entrepreneur, all around great guy.
That's what my mom says.
This is true.
Yeah,
And Kenny is going to tell us everything about anything. Well, you never know about that with Kenny.
Well, I'm going to tell you everything.
However, but Kenny's going to take it away. So Kenny, tell us about Nova Rex and everything that you're doing out there.
Well, you know, Nova Rex, for the people that don't know, which you guys are living under a rock, is the band's been together for 34 years. We were signed back in the day, back in the late 80s, and what happened was, back in 2010, I did this kind of glorified home movie documentary called Nova Rex Ain't Easy Being Cheesy.
Cheesy.
Yeah, and it was on the documentary channel for a couple years, and it had a short run on Netflix, and at one point you could buy it at Walmart. So when that happened...
you got famous, that's what happened.
Well, I don't know about famous. but I will tell you, I did go to, 3 weeks ago, I was at a Waffle House, and the waitress gave me free pancakes. I am that
Now
famous.
that's really coming up in the world, free pancakes. Who
From
thought,
Waffle
right?
House, yeah. That's how famous I am, so yeah.
That's awesome. So tell us about, now I know Hard Rock, you also have your jacket.
Well, you know what happened was after that initial with documentary and things, it kind of brought it all back out again, you know, and my mom, I'm from Indiana originally, and my mom was like, hey, you know, we're talking rock and roll, and I said this documentary, and she said, I have a Foot Locker in the attic that your dad brought down that has a bunch of your old swag, you know, clothes, pants, whatever, crazy stuff that I could never wear because I'm too fat.
Oh, stop.
But so I told my mom, I said, listen, there's a museum that's in my county, in that town, right? It's been there 100-some years, and I said, look, just go put the stuff, you just go give it to them, right?
Right.
A local museum, you know, two-stoplight town. And so anyways, with that being said, I ended up flying up there for the unveiling of this stuff, outfit, guitar, and everything, and 600 people showed up.
Oh, wow.
They actually gave me a parade from my town to the museum, and like Indianapolis Star, those kind of people, they all came out, and I thought, well, that was pretty easy. So then I reached out to the Hard Rock, which corporate was in Orlando.
Right.
And I said, hey, you know, I just did blah, 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 I have this jacket, it has the band logo on the back, would you guys be interested? And of course they said yes. So I gave them the jacket, which for people that don't know, they opened up a Hard Rock hotel in Daytona Beach a year ago May. And I get a phone call from people working up there going, oh, you're going to believe this, but your stuff's on display, and blah, blah, blah. And of course we ended up doing a big concert that we came to.
Yep.
And so that was pretty cool. Then I got, on a dare, they said, hey, contact the Smithsonian. So, because they're like, you know, that's your hometown museum, Hard Rock's rock and roll.
Right.
And they have so many locations, you know. So I got a hold of the Smithsonian, and I think there's like 9 of them. And so I ended up contacting the curator for the Smithsonian National Museum of American History. That's where they have Archie Bunker's chair, Marilyn Monroe's gloves, the Wizard of Oz shoes.
The red shoes.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Red slippers.
Plus a lot of stuff like Muhammad Ali and etc.
Yeah.
So actually I was there about 3 years ago. I did a tour in the vault, which I'll have to tell you about that one time. All the stuff that's down there. But they have a whole display of the band. I sent them a picture of these crazy ass bedazzled chaps. Like, who wears chaps anymore? And I took a picture of it, sent it to them. A week later, they said, we'll take everything you got.
I've heard rumors about those chaps.
Those chaps are a mess. But, so Smithsonian's got a whole display of me, the band, how we want to do it, representing 80s metal fashion. That's the thing on that. So, yeah, there you go. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah.
I've got to tell you, Kenny is, you know, he has so much energy, and every time I'm around Kenny, I just feel like elevated with so much energy, of course. And by the way, Kenny, as you could see, Kenny is also embarking and promoting a wonderful book. So tell us about this. It's incredible.
Well, the book, it's a totally different animal. You know, the thing with me is, obviously, I've dabbled in a couple of movies. You know, obviously the documentary I had, and then we were in another movie called Here I Go Again, which you guys can still check that out. It's got 60, 70 rockers. A lot of the guys from that movie's in the book as well, but guys from Warrant and Tesla and that kind of stuff. And great little movie. We have we're in it, plus we have a part of a soundtrack. We got a 30-second soundtrack in it, which I thought was pretty exciting. But the book. So a couple years ago, well, it's been a little longer now, 4 or 5 years ago, I had a FM radio show. And used to do a Sunday night radio show, and I'd interview like Marco Mendoza or Jack Russell from Great White or Bill Laramie from Firehouse. And these guys were coming in, but one of the guys, actually, we were talking, he's from Louisiana, New Orleans, and I just came back from there, and I love the food in New Orleans.
Oh, God.
Well, it wrecked me. You know, when you go to New Orleans, it takes you a week to recover just when you get back home.
And 5 months to lose the weight.
Well, that's a whole other issue.
But,
That's part of the drinking, too. But
exactly.
this guy's from New Orleans, and we were just talking about, and he said, listen, man, I'm from New Orleans. You know, my mom was born there, this and that, and I have this great gumbo recipe. So the guy sent me a gumbo recipe, and then it kind of became a thing. So I collected a few more recipes over the years, and then I thought, well, you know, I have a son that has Asperger's, which is a form of autism.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've totally got the backstory on autism. You know, I've had him in autistic schools and things like that. So, and every little case is different with autism. There's no mold for it. Everybody's got a little bit of the same stuff, the different stuff, or a combination of things. And they said that autism is that 1 in 59 people in America have some form of it. So it's really high, and I don't know why it's such a spiking like it is now. You know, I don't remember having this when we were kids.
Right, yeah.
I don't know what it is, but
Actually, it's the foods.
Food, water, air,
everything.
You know, and they still talk about, you know, medicines and things like that. So I don't know, but either way, it's too many people. And so I thought, well, maybe I'll put this book together. I was playing these festivals, and I kept meeting this company called We Rock for Autism. It's a 501c out of South Florida. And they were always at these festivals, you know, autographing guitars, raising money for the charity. And I became friends with the guy. And I asked him, you know, why did you do this? And I got the background. It's totally legit guy. And I thought, well, you know what I'll do? Maybe I'll just do this as a charity book. And, you know, me being on the road, I've played with a lot of these different guys. I've met them throughout the years, and they were all great. I've had all pro people that have been in it. And believe it or not, a lot of these guys that are in the book are cooks now.
Right, yeah.
You know, they cook.
LA Guns is in the book too, right?
I got somebody from LA Guns.
Yeah.
Well, just it's easy to say members of.
Right.
But I have guys from Ozzy. I have guys from Queen's Right, Stone Sour. I just played a show 5 weeks ago with Don Dawkin, and I got him in the book. Matter of fact, he used to, I think he said he owned restaurants at one time. I know Phil Sasson, who played with Ozzy, wrote Shot in the Dark. He's owned restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Frankie Benelli's a really good cook. You know, I've got Ricky Rocket from Poison, you know, all this kind of guys.
What's your favorite recipe out of this book?
Mine.
Of course.
Somebody did ask me, have you eaten all the recipes? And that is a no. I'm trying, but there's 60 of them.
Oh, wow.
And some of them are a little bit past my pay grade as far as cooking them, you know what I mean?
So you have a Grand Fromage with the, you know.
Whatever. Well, it goes from, I tell everybody I have everything from jumbo to gumbo.
Okay, gotcha.
Jello to gumbo.
Gotcha.
So I have like mac and cheese, and then I have like Chip from Enough's Enough gave me chicken nuggets, you know, and then...
I'm not surprised with that, because that seems like a recipe he would do.
Well, it's a great recipe.
Yeah.
And I've actually had the chicken nuggets.
Okay.
Those I have, they're great. But yeah, so just all these guys got involved. A lot of them. I got Steve Wilkerson from Toto. He has an 8 or 9-year-old son that has autism.
Yeah, I don't remember reading about that.
Doug Aldridge from Whitesnake. Just a lot of good guys in it. But what I didn't understand is the amount of money it costs to make a book. You know, this book here, now this is obviously a mock-up of it, right? But the book is off the press. The thing is, it's 126 pages, 8 by 10, hardback, full color. So what's going to happen is, obviously there's information about the charity, and I've had a dedication page to my son and why I did it. And you can always go to Rockin, without a G, recipesforautism.com to see all of that. It's all up there. But anyways, the book itself. So when you open it up, it's going to be a full glossy photo of the artist. And it's all different things. I have some that with their families. I have some that are with their pets. Some live on stage. It's just all over the place photo-wise, which I like.
People too.
Well, it just
in some cases.
It just makes it more personal.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then the other page, I'll have a little mini bio, which again you can go to the website to check it out. A little mini bio on them, and then it has the recipe.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'm very excited. But
I see a TV show in your future with all the rockers and cooking. I mean,
well,
that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
you know, just something like
Rachel
that.
Ray, thank you for calling me. You know, she's married to a guy she's married to a singer in a band called Cringe, by the way. So I know all this stuff. Rachel Ray.
Yeah, Rachel Ray, call us.
Yes, we'll do one of these recipes. But but no, I'm very excited about the promotion on it. By January, I'll be out doing all that media.
That's awesome. This is such a great idea, Kenny, and I mean, you know, it's like you kind of think back and you go, okay, how can you put your ideas into fruition and manifest them? And you definitely do that with anything you touch.
Well, the thing about the cookbook too is it's never been done before.
Exactly,
And,
yeah.
and what I like about the cookbook, it's the thing about cookbooks too, unlike music CDs, which I'm aware of, the cookbook lasts, it's forever.
Yeah.
You know, my girl still does, who was that girl from Georgia? I'm trying to think of the different chefs and stuff. I mean, obviously Martha Stewart books and Paula Deen.
Paula Deen.
Well, hate her or love her, but I mean, she still has the books, you know what I mean, from however many years ago. So she still goes back to those. So, because a music CD, if I cut a CD today, I cut a new song, a year from now or less, that song is done. They're ready for the next song. Yeah. The cookbook will be good forever. And the other thing is, it's a three-parter. If you happen to know, if you really want to know what, like I said, Ricky Rocket from Poison cooks, you're a Poison fan, there you go.
Go for the recipe.
Or if you happen to have a family member or you want to support autism, thing of music, you know, you had your 60s, you had your 70s, which with all the long cuts, and then you had your 80s with MTV and, you know, all the let's party rock and roll all night.
Motley Crue, like you say.
All that stuff.
Those, yeah.
And I haven't seen it. I don't see where it's, you know, like grunge came in, obviously everybody talks about grunge, and I actually appreciate it now. I didn't at the time. Yeah. But it's a real short window. 3 or 4 or 5 years.
Like 90 to 95?
Well, everybody knows, I mean, if you're a musician, everybody knows that Nirvana's album dropped in 92. So, 92, so from 92 till 95, 96, that's about it. And then it kind of got lost again in some stuff, and then, you know, so, but I don't see where it's another generational thing. Like, I don't think there's bands, I call them like, and God bless them, and I like a lot of those bands too, don't get me wrong. But, you know, it's just mega drop tuning, you know, drop D tuning, skinny jeans, beard, shaved head. It's not that kind of party thing. Yeah. So when you see a band like Nova Rex, a little bit like Steel Panther, you know, as a joke, which I didn't even know that band until I met Adrian, because he's that guy, right? But we represent that time frame. So I'll give you another perfect example. A couple years ago, I played Leesburg, and I had a couple of 20-some-year-old girls come up to me, right, and little cute things, and they were like, "Oh my God, I love your band. I've never seen any of these rock and roll band before." Because, you know, we come in with confetti cannons, and I'm blowing stuff up and everything. And they, you know, and then there's this move, what we do on stage, and I've done it since day one, is that we just do this little rocking back and forth move, right? It's really cute. Everybody takes pictures, right? And she said, I know a band that stole that move from you, right? These are just a couple of girls, and I was like, okay, who's that? And they're like, Judas Priest. I'm like, oh my God, I stole it from them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they don't really, so it's kind of fun.
Associate, you know?
So when you come see a Nova Rex show, you're going to get that. You're going to get the over-the-top, big, blow stuff up, crazy, talking about hot cars and sexy chicks, you know, nothing's really
that's what the 80s was. I mean, hot cars, sexy chicks, and everything else.
Well, and then we got 7 albums over the course of 1980, well, the first album's in 87, so from 87 to last year, you know, we put out an album last year, so.
What do you think about the bands, and I'm talking about like Van Halen, they're in Vegas. David Lee Roth is...
Van Halen's not in Vegas, David Lee Roth is in Vegas.
Only David Lee Roth, okay.
And actually, I read that thing a week ago that he says that Van Halen's done. So we'll see. But I also heard a rumor that it was going to be Van Halen, Geddy Lee, and some other people, so. Yeah, so you never know, but Dave's, you know, if you...
He's a showman.
Well, you can say all you want about Dave, but the thing is, if you would look up rock and roll frontman in an encyclopedia or dictionary, it would be David Roth.
Lee Roth, yeah. He's very charismatic when it comes on the stage.
Oh, God bless him. If it wasn't for him, I mean, him and a few others, that is rock and roll. That's, I mean, you know, you always see that movie with Marky Mark, Rockstar.
Yeah.
I had these posters on my wall. That's totally true. Yeah. I had posters of all these guys. The funny thing was, 20 years ago, I couldn't get half of them to talk to me.
Yeah. So what inspired you to get into the business and a band? What was your inspiration?
Girls. Funny story. So I'm 15 years old, I'm playing in a band, and of course I'm running the band.
Okay.
Right, it's my band. I mean, I put it all together. And 15 years old, couldn't even drive yet. So my mom had to take me to rehearsal, you know what I mean? But our very first gig, we played a house party. That's what you do, right? Skating rinks, house parties, middle schools, right? And I played a house party, and it was a hot dog fest or whatever, sausage fest. But there was 3 girls there. And we only had maybe like 12 songs worked up at that time.
Oh my goodness.
So we had like 1 set, right?
Yeah.
I think we played it twice, right? All 3 of the girls tried to pick me up. All 3. Like nobody else existed. So when all 3, then I knew I wanted to be in rock and roll.
There you go.
No, I don't know. At about 13 years old, I got my first bass, and I was pretty excited. And speaking about basses, I played G&L forever. I had an endorsement with G&L since 99 or 2000.
Dudicast, right?
Dudicus.
Ah, Dudicus.
I just got Dudicus bass. If you get a chance, go to dudicus.com. Great story on that. This guy's from Boston, I think, or Philly, or somewhere up there. And that's all he makes is bass guitars, custom hand-mixed bass guitars. And I had a buddy of mine, Dave Locke from Lockstar Guitars, and he'll like that plug. He's got like an online music store that he does. But anyways, he sells Dudicus, and he said, hey man, this guy Dudicus, you know, I told him about you and how much you're out there and whatever. Excuse me. And he said he'd like to send you a bass. And I'm like, okay, okay, cool. So I get a text and he says, what's your address? I have a bass, it's already made, I think it'd be perfect for you. And 3 days later, it's at my door. Oh. And this is like a $3,000 custom handmade bass, right? And by the way, it plays great.
Does it?
I'm excited.
And that's a plus.
It is. Well, it is a very big plus, or I wouldn't say it, right? But if you get a chance, go to dudicus.com and check it all out. I have a Spartan bass. They have a couple different models, but it's Spartan bass.
One question I want to ask you. Up and coming rock and roll bands, and I think you know where I'm going to go. Greta Van Fleet. What do you think about them?
Well, I love it. I love anybody that's young that's doing it. God bless those kids.
Oh, they're amazing.
I have to do a little bit more research on it. I'm excited to know who their label was, because somebody actually invested the money behind them. That's how they did it.
Yeah.
I mean, the songs are great. They sound like Led Zeppelin. It's real.
Yeah.
But the songs are great, but there's a lot of other bands that are just as good. They just didn't have that push. But listen, I just did again the Mud Fest with Puddle of Mudd and Saliva and Saving Abel, and they had a band Tantric. And I've met Tantric a few times, Hugo. But in the band, I just interviewed the kid Sebastian, who happens to be the guitar player from Cinderella's son.
Oh,
so
okay.
Guitar player from Cinderella, his kid plays guitar.
Kid, yeah.
And this guy's like 25, 26, but he's happy, young, and I'm like, I just get excited. First of all, it makes me feel really old, because I'm like that old guy. I'm gonna give you some advice, But I'm excited that there's still that flow happening.
Yes.
And I think it'll still happen again. Just like again, when I was young, even before me, guys were trying to copy the Beatles or listening to Eric Clapton or Jimi Hendrix. And then my generation, me being a young kid, I was listening to Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Foreigner. Yeah. And now these new kids are, I told you, listening to Poison, Motley Crue, and whatever, which is cool, but I think a lot of them are going back to Zeppelin and that kind of thing.
The old roots rock.
Well, those guys are the best. I mean, you don't even have to mention their names. I was like, give me the top 10 guitar players you like. Hendrix and
Jimmy Page,
Eddie Van Halen, and all. That's not even, you don't have to say that.
Yeah.
That's just automatic, and then you go to the next level of guys.
Exactly.
So
Kenny, let's talk about some marketing, and what we're going to do is talk about where can people find the book, get the book, where can people find you, shows, tickets, etc. I know you've talked about it, but let's really.
Well, first of all, Rockin Recipes. Now, I will tell you that I sent off all because it's been a couple-year investment that I've had on this.
Yeah.
And the problem with the book that I didn't know how expensive it is and how long it takes to press. So I sent the book off to my publisher 5 weeks ago. I have nothing else to do. Like, I'm done. Everything's submitted. It's done, right? And it takes 10 to 12 weeks to press.
Wow.
So I'm hoping and praying that this thing will be back before Christmas. I mean, I'll take it a week before Christmas. But that's where we're at on the book. Now, if you want to check out the book or buy a copy, pre-order a copy, go to Rockin well, you can see the book, right?
Yes.
Without the G.
Rockin Recipes for Autism.
Volume 1, by the way.
Volume 1. There's going to be a volume 2?
Well, I already got so many recipes for this one that I couldn't put them all in.
Very cool.
Because the publisher talked me out of that. He's like, dude, you don't need 300-page cookbook.
This is true.
So
that's one thing. And then concerts, you're going to be performing at Ace Café, and what was the other?
Ferg's in St. Pete.
Ferg's.
I think it's called Ferg's Sports Bar or something. It's an outdoor thing. It's 10,000 people or so.
And they can go to your Facebook page.
Yes, go to Novarex on Facebook. We're also on Instagram and Twitter. I kind of slack on those, and you know why? It's because I'm too old. You know, Facebook. I said, look, Facebook is like almost like MySpace now. You know that, right? I mean, when my mom is on it more than me, I need to move on. But anyways, you can always check out Novarex and all that, and then bands in town. You can go to TicketWeb and type in Warrant Novarex or whatever, and I'm sure those gigs will pop up.
Absolutely.
So Ace Café in Orlando on the 19th, and St. Pete, Ferg's on the 18th, Friday and Saturday.
Awesome. So definitely check out Novarex. Definitely check out Rockin Recipes for Autism. And I want to thank Kenny for being here today. You have been just amazing. Love you, guest.
I love it. I still have coffee left.
Yes, he still does. He has coffee left. So
it's early. It's early for me. It's like noon, but it's early. Yeah.
You know how these rock and rollers are. Anyway, thank you, Kenny, for being on the show.
Handshake. There you go. Thank you so much for having me. Hey, this is Kenny Wilkerson from the band Novarex. You know the band your mom warned you about? And you just listened to Speak to Tisha.
This segment is sponsored by Global Resources Organization, where innovation meets possibility. For more information, please visit www.globalresourcesorganization.com.